This sounds like blustering. It sounds like the president doesn't exactly know how to respond, and when he doesn't know, he responds with bluster. The United States is not going to attack North Korea. North Korea is not going to attack the United States. But these kind of statements and the kind of statements that North Koreans make ratchet up the tension and could lead to misperceptions that could lead to war.
I mean, just tell us what North Korea, your assessment would be, that what North Korea could do in terms of retaliation or preemptive strike if it wanted to, using nuclear warheads and missiles.
Right. Well, first of all, there's no doubt that North Korea has missiles that can reach anywhere in South Korea and Japan and hit U.S. bases there. And I believe that North Korea could mount a nuclear warhead on those missiles, and they would have no trouble delivering it. And that's been the situation for several years now. Most recently, of course, North Korea has tested missiles that could reach parts of the continental United States, but whether they are reliable enough, whether they could survive the intense friction of atmospheric reentry, that's not known. Right. But your question is, what could North Korea do? They could start a war, a conventional war, that could soon escalate into a nuclear war. They could try to attack U.S. bases in Japan with a nuclear weapon, and then threaten to attack the continental United States cities if the United States intervened.
And the Washington
That's the worrisome
Post,
scenario.
Right, and the Washington Post piece today seems to imply would get you more towards the continental U.S. side of that, rather beyond the Japans and the South Koreas, right?
Yes. Yes, that's a new assessment by apparently the Defense Intelligence Agency. And they said a couple of things that were worrisome. They said that North Korea could miniaturize warheads to fit their missiles. That's something that analysts have believed for some time. But they also said it could be done with the intercontinental ballistic missiles, which is an assessment that goes beyond what they've said before. And then they also said that North Korea might have up to 60 nuclear weapons. That's 3 times more than most analysts believe North Korea has. It sounds like worst case analysis, right, and that they're covering their bets.
Right. I mean, altogether, this is an issue that seems to have been moving much more quickly, both the North Korean nuclear program, and the way the dynamics of this are playing. It's just been moving much more quickly than anyone can remember, and one just wonders whether it is going to stabilize and quieten down, or whether it builds up to something.
It certainly has been moving more quickly. I mean, it's been moving more quickly in the last 2 years with North Korea's very robust, rapid pace of testing of missiles that's escalated this year. And now the rhetorical responses and the assessments. But you know, so far this responses are rhetoric, and I think we have to step back a minute. Look at what Secretary of State Rex Tillerson said just a couple of days ago. Said United States is not the enemy of North Korea, has no intention of attacking, willing to talk to North Korea if it is willing to stand down. So the United States is not in a threatening posture here, but the problem is that when the North Koreans hear the kind of rhetoric of fire and fury, they might think that the United States is getting ready to attack, and they might preemptively attack on their own. That's a real concern.
Michael, thanks very much indeed.